We all have a conscience. Conscience is that voice of God which tells us within ourselves, within every one of us, you ought to do this good and avoid this evil. Because it calls one to sit down and examine yourself. That's why even before Christ came, Socrates said, an unexamined life is not worth the living. That is examination of conscience. That as a human being, you have to always find time to sit down and examine yourself. No one should tell you, because within your heart, there is a law written on how you should do, on what you have to do, and what you have to avoid. So it's a challenge to all of us to examine ourselves, to question ourselves, and ask, am I in the right place? Because this is what the young son of the merciful Father, who is you and I, asked. Am I in the right place? What am I doing? How am I treating others? How am I speaking to others? These are the questions we should be asking ourselves every day, especially when we end our day before we go to bed. You should have time to sit down by yourself and ask yourself, how did I spend my day today? And when you look throughout the day, I'm sure you'll be able to see moments where you need to ask for God's forgiveness, moments, of course, of thanksgiving for God's grace. But it calls for humility. That's why St. Francis of Assisi said, if God can work through me, He can work through anyone. Because He was able to see His sinfulness. The nearer you are to the source of light, the clearer you see things. And the farther you are from the source of light, the more difficult it is to see your sins. And that's why, if you're not humble enough to go closer to the source of light, you will think you are okay, yet you are lost. So that is the proximity that we are called to be closer to the light. And when you are closer to the light, who is Christ, you will be able to see your sins, and you will be able to ask for forgiveness, and you will not be quick to judge other people. We go away through sins, far away from God, but God is always waiting for us, always expecting us, always looking at us from a distance and saying, is that my son? Is that my daughter? Unless we use the freedom that you have been given to acknowledge that we need the mercy of God, He cannot impose Himself upon us. We belong to a God who is merciful.